In this video, I'll give you an introduction to college-level research. Why use the library? You'll find that in college, most of your professors will expect you to use the library and library resources for your class projects and assignments. Because of this, the library has put all of its resources in one convenient place for you. We have library databases full of materials, print books and ebooks, peer-reviewed and scholarly articles, newspapers, and more, all available to you through the library. You can access all of these items through our library website. Here's a screenshot of our website and Search UW, which is the big search box on the website. You should be using Search UW for most of your research for your class projects and assignments while you're here at University of Wisconsin-River Falls. But before you even start searching, it's a really good idea to brainstorm keywords based upon what your topic is. Ask yourself, what are some words related to my topic, and what are some different ways I can phrase my topic? Keep your searches simple to start. You can mix and match keywords to get different search results. You can use quotation marks to keep your search terms together. And when you're creating a search query, avoid full sentences and proper grammar. Search UW will look up every single term you type into it, so this is why you only want to type keywords into the search box. So for example, if your topic is how to analyze how platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter affect mental health, you can deconstruct this research topic into searchable keywords in search queries. On this slide is just an example of how I have broken that down into different search queries that you can try. This is definitely not a comprehensive list, and it really depends upon what you're interested in finding. And it can also depend upon what information you're finding when you're doing your research, because that can guide how you do your research and what you look into with your research. Social media is a good term when you're talking about things like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Mental health can be a good term to use. You can use the term cyberbullying if you're want to look at one specific aspect of how social media can be harmful to health. If you're doing your research and you find that you're getting way too many results or it's just way too broad for you, here are some examples of how you can narrow it down. You can focus on one specific aspect of mental health. So perhaps you're finding a lot of articles about how social media can affect depression. So maybe you'll want to search social media depression as a search. Or maybe you're finding a lot of resources about a specific age group like adolescents. Then you could search social media mental health adolescents. Or maybe you want to focus on one specific social media platform. Then you could limit your search to one platform like Instagram, for example. As you're doing your research and you're coming across sources, you should evaluate these sources before you use them in your paper or projects. Ask yourself, is this source current? It really depends on what the scope of your project is for what current means. If you're talking about social media and what it's like today, for example, you'll probably want to use sources that are no more than 5 years old because social media changes so frequently. Is it from a reliable source? Who wrote it? Most sources will have a blurb saying who the author is and why they have the authority to write the item. The best sources are usually those authors that are experts in their field, so they're either working or researching or writing in the field that they're talking about. If the blurb doesn't say who the author is, you can always look them up online to see if they are a prominent figure in their field or working in the field they're writing about. You can also look up the publisher information of the source to see if they're a reliable publisher or a reputable publisher. Can you verify the information? If you find information somewhere that seems suspect or you're just not sure if the information is correct, it's always a good idea to look up to see if you can find the information somewhere else to make sure it's verified from a good source. Ask yourself, is there bias? The best sources are usually those that are neutral or just trying to get information out there. They're not trying to convince you of anything. So if you find a source that's trying to convince you or sell you something, then you might want to go back to that last step and try to verify the information somewhere else just to make sure that the information is correct. On my video, How to Use SearchEW, shows you how to use these skills actually in SearchEW, so I definitely recommend you watch that video next. If you need any help, please ask the library.